On the recent No Jumper Thursday show, there was a guest called Gorilla Hebrew. Now, during the episode, Whack 100 walked in and proceeded to essentially expose Gorilla Hebrew's big secret to the public, leaving everyone shocked. Here's how everything went down. Gorilla Hebrew is the gentleman on the left. He's a really big deal in the Hebrew Israelite community. He's a chief. He has his own faction. He has his students. He's a really big deal. Now, he has a hater. One can say this is his number one hater, his biggest hater, Tazario on your right. Now, Tazario don't like Gorilla Hebrew because he feels like Gorilla Hebrew is overrated and people give him undeserved credit and praise, which to me is like the pinnacle of what a hater is, bro. You don't hate me for nothing I've done to you. You hate me because others love me too much. Whack 100 and Tazario, apparently they talk. Now, Whack 100 wasn't really aware who Gorilla Hebrew is, but Tazario has apparently been talking about Gorilla Hebrew to Whack 100 so much, like he's just talking Whack 100 ears off, that Whack 100 just remembers the name because Tazario has mentioned Gorilla Hebrew to Whack 100 so much. I guess Tazario is upset that No Jumper continues to platform Gorilla Hebrew. So he talks off Whack 100's ear. Whack is like, yeah, all right, cool. So when Whack 100 comes to the Thursday show and he hears the name Gorilla Hebrew, he's like, wait, hold on. Tazario has told me about you. So then this is where Whack 100 and Gorilla Hebrew begin to have an interaction that leads to Whack 100 getting Tazario on the phone for Tazario to attempt to expose Gorilla Hebrew.
To be frank with you,
what's his problem?
He been copying my moves for years, right? That's just real. That's objective. I know that's your boy, but you know I always been cool with you too.
Him, but I'm saying like ain't no.
So, but that's the reality of the situation. So we'll get into it, and then we'll be back cool.
He keeps saying something about a broad. Or
I got you.
What is he talking about?
So what happened is I end up putting my broad out, right, cutting her off financially, right. Years of issue. One of my wives, right. Boom, put her out, whatever. She get with jealous that was around me, hatch an entire plot, come out, try to expose all kind of bedroom business, etc.
Verbally or visually?
Text messages and verbally, right?
So she had audio.
Yeah, she had no audio. She had no audio of me.
She just her talking.
Her talking, right?
Texts from you.
And now, mind you, she let spin narratives on Texas. She never gave context. She never did none of that, right?
But what did the text say to make
imagine you and your girl talking about all manner of freaky shit, right? Fantasy life, right? So when I make my fantasy, we talking about freak off type, right? Now, Captain Tazario has now turned this into I'm a homosexual. There's no homosexual talk. There's no talk of me with a man, a child, anything like that. It's all about me and the right? Whatever. Whoa. So these have now turned this into something completely different, and they're trying to run with it.
How do you turn that into a homosexual?
This is what happens when you preying on somebody downfall and you looking to take somebody's position.
I'll be real. After hearing that first clip back again, Whack knew, man. Whack knew exactly what the situation was with the woman, but Whack probably didn't like recognize his face. But once Whack 100 heard the name, Whack 100 remembered all the stories. Now Whack begins to kind of like line it up to get the content because Whack is great at getting the content. Now, they operate by different rules in the Hebrew Israelite community, right? The rules state you're not supposed to come to the internet on your brother. You're not supposed to you're not supposed to be chatty-patty or gossip, right? You're supposed to offer your brother counsel if you believe he's going down a path that's incorrect. Now, when they kept on saying broad, this is his ex-wife, by the way. This was his wife at the time. So what happens is, as he just explains, okay, she released messages. Now, these messages that she released was essentially messages where she's telling him his fantasy. He's kind of going along with her fantasy. And there was maybe a brief period of time where they considered making a fantasy reality, but ultimately it never became reality because he thought it was crossing the line and it has gotten too far. Well, they broke up, and like most chicks do, they release messages, right? Now, if me and my wife is talking about things that takes place in our bedroom, I don't care what you say, bruh. You can't justify a wife releasing messages of us talking about things that's gonna take place in our bedroom to expose me. That's just not even ungodly. That's one of the most treasonous thing I think a woman could ever do. That was your husband. That was something that you wanted him to do. You was proposing this. And when y'all break up, you take it and expose it to shame him. And Tazario and others, I believe they're even worse than a woman. A wife comes to you with dirt on her ex-husband, not even really dirt. This is just them talking about things in their bedroom. And then you run to the internet to gossip like a chatty patty. So Whack 100 calls Tazario, and they began to banter back and forth.
What you call
Yo,
it?
Cap, I'm up here with Gorilla Hebrew. I can't really remember because I remember y'all was cool, and then you been on him, and I said I can't remember, and I asked him what was the issue. He's saying you putting homosexual allegations on him, bro. Like, why would you? Where that coming from?
I didn't put no sexual allegation. It was wild. Put sexual allegations.
Well, what did she show for make you believe that?
She showed the text message exchanges between them. He had her do online pages to solicit white men to watch them have sex with her. How they purchased pagan devices to have sex with each other. That's what, and then he admitted that the text message would be.
So he's saying that. So you're saying, let me get this right, that he wanted to watch what they call it, cocking or cucking. He wanted to watch a white dude have sex with his wife. Okay, right. Was the pagan devices used for the white dude, or you saying the text message?
Pagan devices were used for him.
Is it any truth to that?
No, I've never been pegged in my life, and I've never watched my wife have sex with anybody in my life.
So did you text that you wanted to see?
We literally were fantasizing. Now she's the one who asked me about the pagan device. That was from her. That's not from me.
So
I never been pegged in my entire life.
What did you say to her when she asked you?
We just was having sexual conversation. My bitch. That's it.
You was being open.
That's it.
Wait, nah, cause bro, this serious. Cause this is Israelite community. So now hold on now, because this go back to y'all. Teach y'all both Israelites, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you supposed to be fraternizing or even anything like that about a white man?
No. First off, no. You're not supposed to do it. But here's the issue, though. The issue is this whole thing happened. I, on my own record, said, you know what? This ain't right. I went to therapy in regards to this. This woman got mad after I cut her off financially, and a couple months later tried to come and weaponize it against. Now, mind you, now we're supposed to follow the Bible. The Bible say the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall a matter be established. They don't have 2 or 3 witnesses that I've actively participated in any of those things. Hold on, no, don't cut me off. Let me, hold on. No, listen. But 2 or 3 witnesses again. Now, if I say this is just a text message and say, hold on, Tazario, I'm making a point. Thank you. 2 or 3 witnesses, right? So you cannot convict me of any sin unless you have at least 2 witnesses to substantiate it.
That's why I don't religion.
Now listen, hold on. Can I finish my point? No, let me hold on. Let me finish my point though. Let me finish my point though.
I'm a whack, bro. I'm not, listen, I'm not part of their religion, but now I'm not getting into the 2 or 3 witnesses is needed to confirm something. Hell nah. Now, this is not in the case of Gorilla Hebrew. This is for something else. But let's just say, I don't know, bro. A girl is on college, and she goes to a party and she gets raped by another frat boy. Now the frat boy did it in a room that was closed off with just him and her, but they find his DNA on her. They find her unconscious, drunk, throwing up. They find the condom wrapper with his DNA on it. They find everything they need, bruh. Are they supposed to say, "Hey, man, there was no witnesses to this great man"? No, bro. Like, no. Or look, there was like a secret recording device somewhere, and they find her screaming in the audio recording device. No, stop. Come, nah. And then also too, though, people lie. People lie a lot, bro. All right, and if you only need 2 or 3 lying hoes to come together to pin an accusation on you, it's over with, bro. It's over with, ho. If you only need 2 or 3 lying hoes to say, "Hey, I'll bear witness to him doing this," we all going broke the same here, okay? We all going broke. Now, he eventually owns up to it, okay? He owns up to it. He says, "Listen, we were texting and chatting about pegging, but the pegging never got past the texting and chatting. Now, like there's rumor out there that the wife actually bought the pegging device, which is, the dildo. I don't even know if I can say that word on YouTube, but she bought the pegging device, but they never actually got to the pegging because he felt uncomfortable and he felt like it should kind of like just stay the fantasy. He was okay like talking about it, but to actually do it, he couldn't do it.
Wait. What you got to say about 2 or 3 witnesses?
Listen. See, this is the problem. I gotta finish my point though.
This serious though.
No, so very simple. Hold on. So this man's going around saying I'm a homosexual when there's no allegation of me having any type of sexual encounter or any desire to have any sexual encounter with a man. There's not in no text, not nowhere in life.
Oh, the pegging part.
No, exactly. Now again, I've never been pegged in my whole life. That's never happened. Hold on. He's talking in the mic. I'm trying to talk. I don't even get to finish my point because he's busy trying to push narrative.
About bigger than what'd you say?
In the text message, he said, "How you gonna hit me with something bigger than what I hit you with?"
Did the word say
again?
That?
No, listen. I'm not saying it again. Listen. Here's the point though.
How you gonna hit me with something bigger than I hit you with? What did you mean by that?
This is very simple, right? Me and her play a game of teasing because it motivates me to knock her down. Right? So I allow her, I tell her, I encourage you to tease me about my size, which makes me show up in the bedroom. It's just what happens, right?
But you're referring to two.
No.
You're referring to a penis and another object in the room.
No, listen, whack. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing. And you're missing what I'm saying, right? So the context of me making the statement, hold on, Tazario. The context of me making that statement is because that is a pre-existing thing that exists in our bedroom, right? But what nobody's doing here is this. Nobody's factoring in.
You is pre-existing?
No. My size is a pre-existing thing.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
We know when you say.
So that's why that.
We know you know what you're supposed to do as a man.
No, is that so?
Can you explain how you gonna hit me with something?
Listen again. So that's where that statement came from. But again, this has never occurred. She wanted to get a pegging device. Now ask her, did she ever peg me? Nobody asked that.
Can I please?
Hold on, listen. No, damn all that.
I'll be real, and maybe y'all would judge me for this, bro. I'll be real, bro. I don't believe you. I don't believe you could really do anything homosexual with a woman. I'm sorry, bro. I just don't believe. I don't believe what you do. Okay. If it involves a woman, I can't call it that, bro. I'm sorry. Maybe you can say it's creative, right? It's flexible, it's flamboyant, but I'm not ready to say that anything you do with a woman in your marital home, I can't call it that, man. Unless a man is involved, I don't care what the device is. I don't care what you're doing with the device. I cannot call it that. And if he really ain't do nothing with the device, he never got pegged, and this was just, I guess, a way for him to be more turned on so he could perform better, right? So, like, in the beginning, he says that she would shame his size, or like they would like ask for like a white man to be involved, or for or for him to watch a white man with her, and they would talk about this as a way to motivate him, right? Because he believes, like the white man is the worst thing ever. So just the idea of a white man being with his wife enrages him so much that it makes him want to perform well. Man, however somebody gets their bricks off, that's how they get their bricks off, man. You feel me? Right? But the thing I was most interested in, especially in this particular clip, was when they began to discuss, we gave Tazario the opportunity to face me as a man, to debate me, to spar me verbally, right? To sit down, look in my eyes and spar with me and explain why I'm not a real Israelite, or explain why I'm wrong. And Tazario turned it down. He ran from the debate. So from my perspective, I can't respect it. You can't be somebody's biggest hater. You can't make 1,000 videos about them. You can't call them out and say they not this and they not that, and they not intellectually gifted, and you this and you that. And then when this person offers to sit down with you to have the debate, even before this situation took place, you turn it down. And I feel like that right there, nobody can respect, which is why I feel like that's the most telling thing. Like the hater who is comfortable calling in, and saying these things won't sit down and do the official debate.
It's wrong. You know y'all need to do, y'all get y'all debate out because y'all need to run that. You said some shit.
Oh, they already had it though.
Witness.
Hey, let me
be 3 people.
Who we got a debate?
you and Tazario.
Who? His generals turned down my debate. We offered him money. His generals wouldn't let him debate me. This belonged before that happened. They been scared of me. We ain't even worried about that. We ain't worried
you scared
about
of debate?
Yeah, I'm trying to host that.
Hold on. You scared of debate?
His big homies know what's gonna happen. His big homies know what's gonna happen. We know that.
What you mean by debate?
Yeah.
You ain't talking about that physical.
No.
Okay. Listen,
I done saved him from being shot out here. I ain't saying nothing physical. I done saved his life before. Generals did.
That's out.
I got 10,000 these generals turned down the debate. Ask him right now. Ask him right now if that happened. We offer money. I didn't offer money. A neutral party.
Okay, hold on. What you saying?
That part that he's saying is correct. Like they wanted.
There we go. He wouldn't let it happen.
They wanted to do a big debate on the New Testament. My school felt that they was beneath us debating them. That's why I got touched.
Okay, but Tazario, respectfully, Gorilla Hebrew, he's a name. You can't say he beneath.
Respectfully, he was a name.
No, but at that time, okay, even at that time, that was probably prior to this other shit going on. So for you to turn
for what we do, yeah, I wouldn't say he's not a name in Israel. I wouldn't say he's not. He was tight. That was my boy for.
So what? You been kicked out of exile or something? No, I don't know all the shit.
I can't be kicked out of my. I have my own camp. They can't kick me out of that.
Okay, so
yeah, but we don't fuck with him though.
So you saying you won't debate him at all now?
No, hell no.
I can't respect that, and nobody should respect that, bro. If you're this debate champion and you're debating, and all these other dudes, like these red pill dudes, but the dude that you've been slandering or talking about for the last, I don't know, like years, and you can't sit down with him to debate, like why you've been hating on him, I don't know, bro. I think that's foul, man. But yeah, this really doesn't change nothing. This doesn't change how I feel about Gorilla Hebrew, all right? As far as I'm concerned, man, this just shows why Gorilla Hebrew got to be at No Jumper more, man. We got the content. We got the content, man. With the hey, bro came and gave us that good content, homie. Shout out to everybody involved, man, and shout out to Wack, man, for getting the content too, man. You feel me? Right? Because before it started, I told everybody, hey, man, we're not talking about this. Don't bring nothing up. But Wack came in. Wack was not there for the meeting, so Wack just came in and just, you feel me, gave the content, and, bro held it down. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do you guys feel like Gorilla Hebrew is a homosexual for this? Or do y'all feel like people is just, like carrying this out of proportion? Okay, let me know in the comment section. And if you're still watching, click on this video right here to find out why, BET just had their well-deserved downfall, and why the downfall of the BET Awards is very deserved. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.